Hey, Mark.
Hey, Bart.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Hey, Mark, if I were to ask you who's the greatest baseball player of all time, what would you say?
I don't even have to think about it. Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth?
Yes.
So, Mark, I've always loved this little top shelf with all your Babe Ruth stuff. What do you got there? Show us what you got.
Okay, yeah, I'm really happy to do this episode because this is the coolest stuff that represents the best player of all time.
That's right.
And everybody knows Babe Ruth, whether you're a baseball fan or not.
Right, or a candy bar fan.
This is some cool stuff. Some of it's rare. I'll just go through it kind of one by one.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay, this piece is really cool. It's called Babe's Musical Bat. It's a harmonica in the shape of a baseball bat.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I'm sure that Babe Ruth got paid nothing for this, because back then you could kind of get around the endorsement fee. But it's really neat. It's an actual harmonica that you can play in the shape of a baseball bat.
Amazing.
Then this piece is a Japanese piece made around the time of the tour of Japan. The U.S. All-Star baseball players, Ruth, Gehrig, Fox, Gehringer, all the greatest players went on a massive tour of Japan. And this was in 1934. And this piece depicts Babe Ruth with a Japanese look to it. They kind of gave him Japanese features, but it's clearly modeled after Babe Ruth, and it's just a gorgeous little piece.
Wow, so baseball is popular in Japan for years.
Yeah, baseball has been huge in Japan for a long time, but they were particularly enamored with U.S. baseball and with Babe Ruth in particular. So that's a cool piece. I've never seen another. So super rare. It stands about 3 inches high. It's not an overwhelming piece, but it's a delicate little piece that's just done beautifully. This is a Babe Ruth alarm clock. Really cool because sometimes you'll see the Babe Ruth wristwatch. It's the same design on the face of the clock, just bigger and more displayable than the watch. It's not nearly as common as the watch either. The watch is cool and the watch is widely collected, but the alarm clock is really something special.
Wow, that's a real working clock, huh?
Yeah, that's how those alarm clocks looked back then. State of the art, circa 1930s. This is a cigar box, Boyish Babe Cigars. It's got a likeness of Ruth on the front that's not exactly Babe Ruth. They just did enough to get around having to pay him for his likeness here. Baseball was so big at the time, and there was a big tie-in between tobacco and baseball. And this was made at a time at the peak of Ruth's popularity. So, very cool piece. This is just what do they call it, a bas-relief or something? It's a plaque, a miniature plaque of Babe Ruth, really good likeness of him, and just a neat figural piece. I'm just kind of a sucker for these figural type pieces, and being Babe Ruth, I just couldn't resist picking that piece up either.
He almost looks like a friar or something. Something kind of religious about it. It's popish. Pope Ruth.
A little more common, this is a bat-shaped penknife, and it would just be a pocket knife. Most kids had them at the time, and it says Babe Ruth on the bat.
And the blades look used, which makes it cooler even still.
It's a game-used knife.
Yep.
Babe Ruth was so popular that they just made any chance they could get to put Babe Ruth's name or likeness on something, they would do it.
Babe Ruth toenail clippers.
Yeah. This one is cool. It shows Babe Ruth both as a Boston Brave and as a New York Yankee.
Ah.
The Boston Brave version is much more common, I think to the tune of about 10-1.
So is that the same photo and they just changed the hat?
They did whatever their version of Photoshop was.
Right.
I think that's what they did.
So what are the bands for?
It's a fob. You could actually put a key ring through there, or
I see.
hook it onto a belt buckle.
Gotcha. And what were the purpose of these things?
They were scorers. Let me take one out for you.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, look at that. How cool is that?
Yeah, so you got runs for the home team, runs for the visitors, balls, strikes, and innings.
That's how you keep score at a game.
Yeah.
How fun.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
This is a really cool bust of Babe Ruth. I've never seen another one. It's kind of got a gold finish, just a beautiful period piece.
It almost looks like your bank's like a Jackie Robinson bank.
It's a lot like that, yeah. Bust images were very popular back then.
Huh.
Not so much today, but you can see something very similar on the clock there. Very, very similar, a little smaller. And then this is another one where Babe Ruth probably wasn't compensated at all. It's a tobacco tin.
Bambino smoking tobacco.
These have become very expensive and desirable. So that would be loose tobacco in there, like leaf tobacco that you would roll yourself.
Right.
And you can see it's clearly an image of Babe Ruth in his follow-through. No doubt about it, and it's called Bambino, but there's nothing that says actually Babe Ruth, so I don't think he got compensated for that. Where on the other hand, this one he did.
So is that like a greeting card or something?
No, it sure looks like one, doesn't it? This is a brochure from Reach.
Reach. They made the baseball mitts and stuff, right?
They made mitts and bats and equipment. It's actually a little pamphlet that came with your glove, and it had some quotes from Babe Ruth inside. I folded it and put it in the screw down to display it, so we're not going to unfold it at this time.
No.
But a couple things notable about it. It's in immaculate condition. Really rare to find these uncreased and unscarred. And secondly, it would have come, when you bought your glove, it would have come in the glove box to accompany the glove, and it probably told you how to take care of the glove. It probably advised you to oil the glove, how to break in the glove, and things like that.
Looks like it was made yesterday.
Yeah, it's incredible. That piece is from the 30s, and it does not look it, does it?
Does not.
This is a very delicate little fan on a stick. So you would fan yourself off with it. And
it's so tiny.
It's tiny, and it has an image of Babe Ruth. Again, it says Japan printed right on his cap, and it's a Japanese version of Babe Ruth. He looks kind of clown-like with his mouth. He looks kind of like Emmett Kelly.
Yeah.
But it's a Japanese depiction of Babe Ruth. So that's another one from the Tour of Japan era, 1934. This is probably the best item. It's the Babe Ruth clock. You see this in catalog auctions every now and again. It's just a fantastic piece made around the time of his death to commemorate and honor Babe Ruth. So it's got a digital clock, which was a new phenomenon at the time. It's made by a company called Abbott Wares. And the figural piece of Ruth in the middle is just a beautiful likeness.
That is gorgeous.
It's a heavy, solid piece.
It looks really heavy.
Oh, it's so heavy. The balls are engraved, and the Babe Ruth likeness is just tremendous. So you'll see that it says 1 season, 60 home runs, which was unheard of at the time.
Yeah.
And lifetime, 714 home runs.
Yep, those are both iconic numbers.
So I really think this was made around 1948 to commemorate his passing.
I love how you've got these all assembled. It's a really nice display.
Yeah, it was a challenge to get them all on the tabletop and make it look neat.
Right.
You always battle, you know, is it going to be cluttered? Is it going to look like a bunch of junk that's thrown together? You got to find a way to get a lot on there and still make it look orderly and neat. And I think I pretty much accomplished that. This is a really cool statue. I've only seen maybe a couple others. I actually got this at one of the national sports conventions in Chicago, probably 8 to 10 years ago. And it stands about 1.5 feet tall. Again, solid. It's a chalk figure that's kind of coated in a metallic coating. Probably made around late in Babe's career when he was already, you can see he already put on a few pounds there. It's just a beautiful likeness of Ruth. Another very solid, substantial piece, and one that you just don't see very often. And then lastly, we've got the Red Top beer sign. Ad signs with Babe Ruth are almost non-existent.
That's more like it's from the 50s or something.
Well, it probably is. It says Hall of Fame Babe Ruth, so he had already been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's probably a 1950s piece. This looks very 50s-ish to me.
Right.
But Red Top beer, not a big market share, but they did somehow get Babe Ruth to endorse them. And a lot of times you'll just find the figural piece, the statue, freestanding on its own. So it's very rare to find it the whole thing intact, and it just makes for a beautiful display.
So would that be like a store display by the beer?
Yeah, that would be in a liquor store or a grocery store if they sold beer there. Could very well be from a bar where they would hang signs like that to get you to drink their brand of beer.
Then going back to the statue next to it, was there any purpose for that, or just a big figural thing?
It might have served a purpose. I'll just grab it here. Ugh. It's heavy. See how it's flat on the back?
Yeah.
It may have been a doorstop.
Ah.
Doorstops were popular back in the day. And the fact that this is flat and then this sits in so the door wouldn't actually hit the statue, I think it might have been for that purpose.
What a cool doorstop.
Yeah, I mean, it's way too big to be a bookend.
Exactly.
So I think doorstop is what we're looking at here.
And with all this great Ruth stuff, we almost forgot, so we got to show this amazing little machine. What's it called?
It's a mutoscope machine.
What?
Mutoscope. These were very popular in the 20s and 30s. You'd see them on boardwalks, amusement parks, places like Coney Island. They were very popular because they could show you a moving image. They're made of, there's a flip card reel inside that turns around when you crank it. And it was just like seeing a movie. And this is way before they had any TV.
Right, so this is a way to see Babe Ruth in action.
Right, if you wanted to see Babe Ruth hitting a home run or see what his swing looked like and you didn't live in New York, you couldn't go to the games, this is how you would see it.
We got to see this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So is it coin operated?
It takes a penny, the penny goes here. Once you put the penny in, you crank it, you put your eyes up to the viewer, and this is called the marquee, which has a classic shot of Babe Ruth, so people know just what they're getting to see.
Is that original?
I'm not sure if the picture is original or not. I would guess
frame
that
is.
Yeah, the frame is. The marquee portion definitely is.
Right, it looks like it's sitting on top of there, but it's actually part of the machine.
It is part of the machine. It is actually connected to the machine, and you could put any image of Ruth in there that you wanted. But I think this one is tough to beat.
Perfect.
I'll just keep it as is. And then the coins would collect down here in this tray. You can see that there's a lock for it.
Right.
And then one other piece of mechanics, this side panel pops off. This is where the magic happens. Every single card is a slightly different image. This is kind of what animation is built off. And now we're going to show you something real special. I'm going to put in the penny. Sounded like it went. There we go. So it starts out with a view of Yankee Stadium.
Look at that. There it is. Yep. There he is, the Bambino. Here's the pitch. Swung on and belted.
Now you get those little legs going, babe.
Come on, babe. You got around first. Oh, that's a home run. Oh, look at the crowd goes crazy.
I think Lou Gehrig greets him at the plate after this dinger.
Round and third. All right, the coach giving him a big pat on the back. There's the ump. Okay, there he is now throwing.
That's it.
Oh, that is so cool. I could not love that more.
That's how you watch TV in the 1930s.
Well, what a cool shrine to the Bambino you got there, Mark.
Thank you so much. Again, it's a labor of love, and you know, when you get to a certain point, you just have to stop collecting this stuff, and that's where I'm at now.
No, you are not allowed. You must keep collecting. We must keep doing these. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nobody better than Babe Ruth to collect, that's for sure.
Well, you got that right.